A jack of all trades is a master of none. That is what the famous William Shakespeare's quote says, right? It is often used to imply that being very good at one thing and being a master at one thing is much better than to know a lot of things, maybe in not such a high degree, which equals to being a specialist is better than being a generalist. And in business and in general, people tend to predicate on the fact that being the best at something is the only way to go, or you cannot be successful as a person and even as a professional if you are not hyper specialized in just one little area and ignore all the other areas, because that's gonna take so much of your time, that's gonna deviate you from the way of being the master of this thing. Hello, welcome to day 21, this is Genesis. The phrase is often used in its short form, which is limited, and it actually changes the meaning of the whole quote. The whole quote goes like this: a jack of all trades is a master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. What the William Shakespeare's quote really means is that it's better to know a lot of things than to know nothing or to not be a master. In my particular opinion, being a master is something that we never get to. It's something that we're always achieving towards. We're always trying to become. Really, we're never gonna be masters at anything in my particular point of view. We can be really great at something, but this is a lifetime quest. If we're never really going to be the masters of something, it's really good and even healthier to know a lot of different things, a lot of different areas. If you're a creative person, don't only limit yourself to painting, for example. You can also do music, dancing, theater, etc. Usually we tend to limit ourselves and to put ourselves in a cage of what we're allowed and not allowed to do. And I thought I can also tell that it is better than focus on one thing, because if you focus on one thing, you are able to put more energy, more focus, more dedication, and get really good at something. For example, while doing the 75 hard challenge, which is a physical and mental toughness challenge, I was doing mostly gym workouts and walking outside. Sometimes I did not do the gym workouts. Instead of weightlifting, I used to take yoga classes sometimes, or do other types of workouts that were not weightlifting. And what I realized is that maybe focusing on weightlifting only will have taken me farther, will have made me learn more about weightlifting, and I will have probably gotten more muscle and achieved my goals maybe faster. But the thing is that while this is true, if I wouldn't have done certain other activities, I wouldn't have discovered what I liked, and I wouldn't have discovered new techniques. And a lot of times these other techniques you can apply to your main activity, and that just makes you better at your one thing. So if you don't have a one thing yet, the best is to try different things. And if you do have a one thing yet, let's say you have a career and then you love your career and you want to be a master at that, that's perfect, that's completely fine. That will take you really far. But also knowing other disciplines can improve your approach on that main career. The biggest innovators are the ones that are able to understand different disciplines and to link the knowledge of those, to break barriers between those different types of knowledges, to create a new different thing, a new innovation. For example, Steve Jobs applied design to computer science and to all the computer workings. That way he opened the door to a whole new world of possibilities and innovation that we're all using to this day. This also applies, for example, to biomechanics, analyzing biology and also mechanical engineer to create a new way of implants, to create a new way to help a particular segment of the population and even all the population in the future, who knows. But the thing is that if the person wouldn't have other interests, it will just be focused on biology, they will have never gotten to the mechanics. If you want to innovate, if you want to pursue different heights, create different things, come up with new ideas, the best way to do it is to follow your curiosity. It doesn't matter which field of study you're interested in. You might be interested in philosophy and you can link that to your exercise routine. You can be interested in psychology and you can link that to marketing, which is actually very related. I believe that we're part of a whole and that it's important to acknowledge the fact that we are human beings and we are a society and we are a collective that benefits from the different links between all of our knowledge and all of our discoveries. And following our curiosity is going to be nutritious for you as a human. It's going to be productive, profitable, and innovative for society, and it's just good overall. We're actually generalists. We are never only specialized in one thing. Because think about it, you have a career, you have friends, you might have a partner, you might have a family, you might have to do your taxes, you might have to know when you have a fever, what to do when you have a headache or a migraine. So in that way, you're not a specialist really in one thing. You do know several things, and you might be very good as a parent, for example. And that doesn't make you just a parent specialist. You can have a career as well and be a specialist in that too. So we're all generalists in life, and when we examine our lives in a more broader approach and we don't let our different paradigms define us, we're able to bloom, to flourish, and to show the world in all areas of our lives how good we can be. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video. Bye. Also like and subscribe to the channel and share with somebody that you think this could help too. And yeah, see you next time. Bye.